South Africa has over the years seen closures of ferrochrome smelters at large scale, attributed to exorbitant electricity prices, often 40% to 60% of the total production costs. Electricity and Energy Minister Kgosientsho Ramokgopa agrees that this is unsustainable as he announces a recovery of reduced tariff measures that will be implemented in phases, starting with relief for Glencore and Samanco.
Our grievance is that the price of electricity is unsustainable. They are unable to match their competitors, primarily really China. We know that China is supporting the sector, selling electricity at about 62 cents kilowatt-hour. They were at R1.35. We had the conversations with them. We were able to bring it down to about 87 cents. Of course, we had to go through a regulatory approval by NERSA, and that was approved, came into effect in January. But we still knew that the sweet spot is around 62%. The next question that comes was, what is special about Glencore and Samanco? So I want to make the point clear. We are going to support the entire sector. We started with Glencore and Samanco. They were going through that period of distress.
He says the aim is to safeguard existing jobs, create more jobs, and rescue an industry that has seen a number of smelters close over the years and ensure local beneficiation. Currently, only 11 out of the 66 smelters in the country are operating.
So what are we doing with this intervention? We are protecting a number of jobs. There will be 12,000 additional direct jobs, indirect jobs. Those who are supporting these smelters is 121,000 people. That's significant, and that's for the first phase. Like I said, now there's total number of smelters in the country, 66. Only 11 are operating. Meaning that there's 55 of those that are closed. We are confident by the end of December this year, we're going to have about 45 that are operating. By December of next year, that number is 49. So now we're at 17% of smelters operating. By December of next year, we'll be at 74%. That means real jobs.
Eskom CEO Dan Marokane says they are looking to, in the coming weeks, complete an application to the National Energy Regulator of South Africa, NERSA, to solidify the proposed 62 cents kilowatt per hour electricity pricing solution for the ferrochrome smelters industry.
Once we have finalized the commercial agreements with the two entities, we'll prepare them for formal submission to NERSA, the regulator who oversees this process, and we are hoping to do so in a very, very short time. These concepts are not new. They are typical of interventions of this nature. And once we have found each other with the two entities, as I said, we'll speedily move to submit the request for approval to the regulator.
Relief will not be passed on to the consumers to finance, with Eskom looking to use the debt relief funds of 10 billion rand for the process.
For this intervention, it's a 9 billion rand hit on Eskom to support this industry. But I had made the point, you are going to get it back in the taxes that are going to be paid, additional revenue, more people are into jobs. But because Eskom is selling more electricity than it's doing now, remember these are heavy, intense energy users. It means Eskom is able to make an additional 17 billion rand out of this intervention.
Engagements continue with those in the industry on interventions, including affected companies and labor unions, on the rollout of the plan, with the hope of also encouraging investments in the sector. The Electricity and Energy Minister positive that by December, the current number of smelters would have recovered from 11 to 45 through a phased approach, with the process now moving to regulator NERSA on a request for approval for the proposed 62 cents per kilowatt per hour for these smelters, a move aimed at rescuing the industry and safeguarding thousands of jobs on the line. I'm Katlego Logodi for SABC News in Pretoria.